Oh, beans. Oh, pretzels. Oh, cheese pizza and all that jazz. Hello, friends, and what is up, gamers? Hi. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Hello, hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful Monday. The loveliest of lovely days. It does look to be quite a beautiful day out there. Not that I've been outside. I've been cooped up in the dark with the curtains shut, just the way I like it. My little vampire fortress of solitude. Anyways, hi. How's everybody doing? Welcome on in. Lovely to see you. Happy Mondays, friends. And yeah, we're painting the exterior of a bookshop. Can you believe to learn to know? Hi, Turnip. Thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you have a lovely, lovely lurk. Many distractions. Hello and welcome on in. Hope you are well also. And Samantha says painting the exterior instead of the bookshelves. Could this be an imposter, Sammy? I don't know. Let's you know what? Let's find out. I hope not. I'm pretty sure it's me. I'm feeling decidedly like myself. With every passing day, I feel more like myself than I have the day before. It's as though, I don't know, growth is an ever going on thing, and the older you get, the less of a crap you give about what other people think, and you just do you. Anyways, I'm I'm tangenting far too hard into the realm of personal philosophy, so let's just switch over to art camera, shall we? Where the devil is my person? There should be a little me over here, and I can't see them. Well, beans, hold on a moment. Is it doing the that thing again? It's doing the that thing again. One moment, please. Bear with, everyone. Where are they? Come on. There they are. That's me. Hello, everybody. Ha! I fear I'd been relegated to some nightmare realm for a moment there. Whew, but I managed to portal back in time. More or less for the start of stream. Samantha says, Sammy isn't in the corner. I was right, it is an imposter. No, look, it's me. It's me. I'm back. The stream is saved. Everything's okay. Pirate friend located, says many distractions. Hurrah! And I have for you an unfinished shop front and absolutely bupkis in the neighboring unit because I haven't decided what's going to go in there yet. This is a very rough sketch at the moment, but we'll make it work, y'all. Eventually, this is the set of paints I wish to use. My initial thought for today was I was going to do a nice sort of like little cottage garden scene with using these for all the pretty flowers and stuff, and I'm like, actually, no. I'm just going to draw just a spiffy little bit of London instead, and just some nice colorful buildings and shop fronts, and put lots of really interesting looking books in the front of this bookshop, and have a couple of chaps coming out of the shop, one of them laden with parcels of all of the interesting tomes that they've just bought, and will look forward to reading together in the comfort of their soft armchairs while they sip oolong tea and gaze wistfully at each other. I don't know. Anyways. I'm getting ahead of myself. But that's more or less the idea for today's artwork. We'll see whether or not it turns out that way. Anyways, hi everybody. Hope you're all having beautiful days. I just noticed that at some point I spilled something on my pajim jam, so that's embarrassing. Thank God you can't see me. Why am I telling you this? I think I must be very tired and it's giving me the giggles. Anyways, it's fine. We're gonna do some fun sketchies today. As you can see, we've got this little sign. This very, very well hand-painted sign here on the front of this building, which says Rare and Antiquarian Books. Which is the retailer in question is a retailer of rare and antiquarian books, because I thought that would be fun. I have 2 beverages on the go at the moment. This is an attempt at some chai. As you can see, I don't know, I just find it a lot harder to get the proper extraction into hot oat milk than into hot water, but I do like a milky chai, so... It's giving spices. Good. Fantastic. I done it. My other tea is... I mint tea from like 2 hours ago that I forgot in the kitchen and is stone cold. Love Ali. Okay, so... I I need to figure out whatever the heck else I'm doing with this painting and then draw it in. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, so first of all, I need some kind of a sign for the, for this little space on the other side of the, this little divide here, our second retail unit. And oh geez, I am just the worst at drawing a straight line. As you can see by how wibbly the lines on this are, but that's charm, right? Actually, no, you know, I'm not gonna, I was gonna use like this swatch card to try and get like a straight, no, I'm freehanding it because why not? I'm just gonna go for it. And if it's a little bit wibbly, that's charming. That's what that is. The sign is of a slightly different dimension here because it's a different place, and I don't know what. If we wanted a straight line drawn, we should have asked a straight person to draw it, says Samantha. Oh geez, well in that case you're gosh dang out of luck. I'm pretty sure is there some manner of LGBT tag in the stream description? I think there should be. So in case there was any doubt as to that. And I don't think there could be. I feel like I don't give off the vibe. But then again, I genuinely don't know what sort of vibe I give off. Because sometimes people surprise me with their assumptions about me, and I'm like, really? Anyways. Indeed. You give off a Sammy vibe, says Samantha. That's exactly the vibe I wish to express. So, good. Anywho, I also managed to get some schmutz on the canvas before we started, which is a little distressing, but we'll deal with it and whatever. There's a little window frame, and I think just a little sort of like balcony ledge just above these, you know, the little flats above the shops kind of thing here. So look, it's got some window framey looking gubbins in there. Thusly, I guess. But there's also a little, I did do a little crawling around Google Street View in various areas of London that I think are charming and could never afford to live in. And would probably hate living in if I actually lived there. Because it's, you know, it's busy and it's noisy and, I like living in the forest. There's so many birds here. It's great. But, you know, London's nice to visit. Anyways. Okay, and I also want to just pop, another little doorway here. Thus, and we turn because this is the only direction in which I know how to draw a door. Or if the doors are not quite the same size, that's fine. One of them may have been remodeled at some point. This building is probably a few years old by the time we are seeing it. London exists, says Samantha. It sure do. And you know what? I do like it. Truly I do. I think it's good. I have a distinct fondness for the big city. But like to visit and not to live in. As one may well know, I am very much a public transit enthusiast. And so I'm a big fan of the public transit. But sometimes I'm a big fan of the public transit in theory, and then I actually have to use it, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sweaty, and there's too many people. The train go by whoosh too fast, and I get scared that I'm gonna fall onto the tracks, even though I always stay behind the yellow line. Anyways. Many distractions can confirm. Went to London when I got my POTS diagnosis. It was sensory overload city. It super is. But, that being said, there are lots of areas of it that are not quite so central, that are quieter and more pleasant, and there are bits that I frequently have to pass through, like Leicester Square and what have you, and I'm just like, ah! I'm just like, it's the end of the day and I'm already fully out of cutlery. There must be a coffee shop nearby I can dip into to not have a meltdown. Though I suppose perhaps you get used to it. I don't know. Anyways, but I don't. Samantha says, there are worse places in the world than London. Nicest thing I could say about it. Wow. As someone who is genuinely a London enjoyer, but like in small doses. Wow. Hello, Dan. Welcome in. How are you doing? It is lovely to see you, and welcome. This is some sketchies. I haven't finished it yet. I'm sorry. I do try and finish the sketchies before stream, but the weekend was a weekend. I was a little bit, wouldn't you know it, back under the weather. It hasn't fully resolved itself. I am feeling better than I did a couple days ago, but a lot more energy, a lot more zippy. But I think my system is still recalibrating. Anyways, how are you doing? How is Monday for y'all? I hope 'tis good. Mine 'tis being pretty excellent. I've decided that the space next door here is going to be a little bakery cafe, because it means I get to draw some like little loaves of bread and pastries and what have you in the window, which I think is, I always like drawing little sort of bakery goods. I think that's charming and fun.
Attention.
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
Shoppers.
Oh, that was a jump scare. Hi, Sammy Ann. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's lovely to see you all. Sammy Ann, how was your stream? Welcome. Let me get a shout out for you in the chat. Once again, my beautiful people, if you're not following Sammy Ann, you gotta go do that if you would like to, and you should like to, because Sammy Ann's great. Does some wonderful artwork and is very, very nice to hang out with as well. For anyone who's just come in on the stream, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch, and I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and most Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays, and every once in a while on a Thursday when I'm feeling spicy and I don't know what to paint. Today we are working on completing the sketch portion of this little watercolor of a rare and antiquarian bookshop, and the two little fellows popping out of the shop who've just bought some rare and antiquarian books, and I love that for them. It is very much inspired by some recent hyperfixations I can't seem to shake, and nor do I want to, because I'm having fun, so it's fine. But yes, anywho. Sammy, what were you up to today? How was your stream? I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful time. It's lovely to see you as always. For anyone who's curious as to what my artwork looks like when it's done, let me see if I can find a representative example. I have not been posting enough on my socials lately. I've got, like, a number of paintings banked that I could conceivably post, and I just haven't gotten around to posting any of them, which is... listen, I know it's remiss of me, but I'm tired. And it always feels like the wrong time of day to do it when I decide to do it, so I haven't been doing it anyways. Here's, I hope, some artwork of mine. Here's some magpies. I posited to myself, because I'm a big nerd, what if a European magpie met an Australian magpie and they became friends? And so I painted that, and I love them. This is very normal of me. Anyways, I like birds. We actually just finished a piece on Thingy Day Thursday last week, of an assemblage of plover birds, which I don't have the painting itself to hand, but I can show you more or less how it turned out. I think I hadn't finished quite all of the final zhuzhing when I took this photo, but you can more or less see, looks like something like this. Just, I swear I do things that... Oh, Casey's live if you want to go watch that stream instead. I just got a Discord ping. Anyways, they look like that. But yes, I am much the same way as Amy, and I hear that loud and clear. Indeed, high fives. I don't know how to high five. Anyways, magpies, as many distractions. Hell yeah. I am a bird. I do paint things other than birds. Today we're painting a little bookshop and some little people. But yes, anywho. I feel like the scale of these people is such that doing them as the teeny tiny little doots isn't quite right. But they're going to be smaller than my usual scale of when I do sort of portraiture a la my PNG tuber here. To which end I have no idea how much detail to try and put into this. Oh yes, and Sammy Ann, as always, if you have any art tags you'd like to contribute, you are more than welcome to do so. Just feel free to whisper me a link or whatever, and I'll be very happy to share it. I've sent him any art tags! Okay, fabulous, thank you! Great. I'm very happy to share it, as always. If you're not familiar with Sammy Ann's work, it is just if you are a lover of whimsy, is good. Is very, very good. Okay. Let me get... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, yes. I had heard some chatter about this going to be a thing, and y'all, oh my god, I love it so much. Friends, look at him. Working on a Super NES collection art for a commission. Ah, the SNES takes me back. That is a large portion of my childhood and precious memories in a nutshell right there, contained within the cartridges of the SNES. So, this is delightful. Oh my goodness. And Yoshi, I played a lot of Super Mario World back in the day, and also later on as just an adult person. In fact, do I have Super Mario World on my Switch? I should see if I do and then play it again. Because it's a delightful game. I still do, says Sammy. It's so good, and this is so good, and I love it. It's very, very, very cute. Very cute. Oh, I recognize the little creature in the back as well, and the DK, and the... Oh god, what is that creature's name from the Final Fantasies? I can't remember, but I played a lot of that. Moogle, yes, thank you. Oh my goodness, so stinking cute. Thank you so much for sharing. That is just chef's kiss, nostalgic delights. We love to see it. Thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hope you had a wonderful time doing it. And yeah, thank you again for the raid. Let me get another shout out for you in the chat. I think I've only done one shout out, so I can do a second shout out. And I'm gonna there we go. As for me, Goopo, says Samantha. Yes, Goopo. That's their little thing. Oh, there was some funky little I'm remembering like the things that I had to do in that video game with those little creatures involved, and oh, that game was so good. That game was so good. I have it on Steam and I haven't played it yet. I was kind of debating whether or not to stream playing it or just do it by myself. But if I do it by myself, I'm not gonna get anything else done. If I stream it, I have to restrict myself to like 3 hours. And then do other things in my life. Oh no. Thank you for all the coupons in chat. I love it. Thank you. Oh my goodness gracious. So good, so good. Alright. Anyways. Slurpal says, I was told this was a Sam-dominated place to be. Well, I mean, the streamer is Sammy. There is a Samantha in chat, and there's a Sammy Ann who just raided us. So, yes. Also, Kupo, hello, how are you doing? It is lovely to see you, and welcome. Hi, hello, Sam! Oh my goodness, we really do have a lot of us today. That is amazing. In fact, I don't think this is ever... Four Sam first syllables. That is a lot. And I love this. This is unprecedented. This is like, I don't know. This feels auspicious in some way. This feels auspicious, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. Anyways, I need to... Okay, how do doors work? How the heck do doors work? I'm just gonna Google image search myself just show me some pictures of antiquarian bookshop exteriors so I can try and figure out what doors look like. Your watercolor PNG is amazing, says Sam. Oh, thank you so much. Dan says, Dan is an anagram of I'm Sam also. Of course it is, Dan. Of course it is. Samantha says, together we will take over the world and make sure everyone gets a pony. I would love this. I would love this. Very much I would love this. May I specifically request a shiny Ponyta? Because I never managed to get the shiny Ponyta in Pokemon Legends, and I'm a little sad about that. Sammy Ann says, we have surpassed the Triforce. What does that mean? That is even more force. That's maximum force. I don't know. Sam says, your watercolor PNG is amazing. Oh, thank you. I'd like a small unicorn. Done. Sorted. Granted. I can trade my pony for 3 dogs, says Dan. Question mark. Hell yeah. Why not? That sounds delightful. You can have my pony, says Sammy Ann. I am terrified of equines. Can I have a dragon instead? Yes. Absolutely. I don't know why I've declared myself the chair of this, like, council of Sam first syllable people, but here we are. Sam says, OMG, I'm instantly in love with all of you. Well, I'm glad I voted you in. Well, thank you and welcome. Checks out. Hell yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyways. Well, I misspelled antiquarian, so that was a good start. Antiquation bookshop. No, I don't need to see what bookshelves look like. I know what bookshelves look like. I'm trying to avoid having to paint more bookshelves. I just need a photo of, like, a nice looking door from a nice looking bookshop. Oh, there's Blackwell's in Oxford, which is where I live. No. Maybe, you know what, actually, maybe before I draw the door frame, I should draw the, I should draw the people in front of the door and then draw the door frame around it, because otherwise I'm going to have to erase bits, and that's going to get awkward as all heck. So, now I need to do, how tall are the people? How tall are doors relative to human people? How much taller does the door need to be than the people? I mean, I guess that depends on how tall the people are. I would say one of them is willowy and the other one is slightly shorter than the other one, but, like... Samantha says, Blackwell's at Oxford. I am familiar with that shop. Of course you are. Oh my goodness, Sammy Ann says, I had to continue the Sam trip. Sam rated me and now we rate Sammy. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, I have painted extensive amounts of bookshelves. So the fact that you'll barely be able to see bookshelves in this painting is being very brave and very sensible of me. It's important to note that. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy choice. I was this close to putting them in the shop with their parcel of things and, having a little quietly affectionate moment, but no, they are walking out of the shop with a parcel of books. Damn it, because next stop Samoa. I would love to. I think that would be fun. Oh my goodness, Sammy Ann says, Sammy, I cramped my hand painting books. Let's make more bookshelves. Yup. I know. Sam says, I can relate to this. I just finished a work in progress of shelves of bottles. And I'm like, am I sure what bottle shapes are? Oh my god, bottles are tough too. I've done, like, a pantry situation and that kind of thing. And yeah, it's, you're like, wait, what do they look like? Makes an educated guess, hopes for the best. Just loses all sense of what objects look like and are by the end of it. And yes, I have indeed given myself repetitive strain. Drawing tiny books onto tiny bookshelves. Actually, you know what? Okay. For the record, for anyone who isn't familiar, let me see if I can find my stupid, like, is it even that good of a magnum opus as far as bookshelf paintings go? It's one of those things where sometimes you get so lost in the weeds of your own painting that you're like, is this even good by the end of it? I think it turned out pretty good. I think so. But my god, did it ever take an age to complete this? And by an age, I mean, like, 4 weeks. Like, why? And yet I find myself coming back to ideas like this and thinking of, I could do another one of these. Sammy Ann says you've done a fabulous job of bookshops and libraries. So yes, it did turn out wonderfully. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you, Sammy Ann. Saxton says, wee, right, sorry I'm late. No sorries, you have arrived precisely when you mean to, and I love that. Hello, welcome in. Sam says, works that take so long that you're like, is this even good? Honestly, sometimes it really is. I do enjoy like a one day and done day artwork, but sometimes I really also do appreciate something that is just a labor that you labor at over a period of time, and kind of just, there's a lot that goes into it, and sometimes it feels like the work of it is more important than whether or not it's, perfect when it's done. But then on the other hand, you don't want to be done at the end of working at something for weeks and weeks and weeks and be like, this might be bad. You know what I mean? That feels bad. Only Sam, says Saxton, apparently. Anyways, hope you're having a lovely, lovely Monday. It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Sammy Ann says, okay, I'm going to get the tummy taken care of. Excellent idea. It was rumbling on stream. Oh, please go feed yourself. Please, please, please go feed. Have a lovely time. Do all your post-stream self-care, gubbins. And thank you again for the raid. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. So, I guess I have to attempt to draw. Well, I could put off having to draw the people by attempting to kind of get some detailing into these little railings up here, which I feel like I should at least kind of sketch out before we do anything else. But there was like this one shop in London that I kind of was inspired by, and now I can't remember what it's called. In terms of the outside of it. Give me a look at the exterior of the... No, I don't want to see what the... Oh, this Google image search is completely useless. Great, good, love it. Anyways. I just don't trust myself to fully freehand what the... okay, yes. It's... Effectively, if I can get it to zoom in... I can get it to zoom... It's like this sort of iron gubbins above the little, like, balcony railing-y bits above the shop, with the sort of in a little balcony space for the flat above the shop, I suppose. Which I just thought would be a nice. If I can get the photo to get any bigger so I can actually get a look at sort of an idea of what kind of gubbins I might want to plop in there, that would be grand, but maybe it's asking too much of my phone. It may be asking too much of my phone, I don't know, but I'm just, sometimes as a person you don't trust yourself to know how to do things from memory when you have a memory like a sieve like mine. But never mind. Anyways, how was everyone's weekend? Did you all have good weekends? I'm actually gonna... For some reason my paper is sitting on the block of paper, so it doesn't really need to be. So I'm gonna pop that to one side. But, yeah, how was everyone's weekends? I hope your weekends were all good. My weekend was good, actually. For the most part. I think we had takeaway for dinner last night, and it was really nice. I had pad thai, and it was delicious. I enjoyed it very much. Oh no, this site's being stupid and won't let me zoom in this photo at all, which is really mean. What if I just save it? I don't want to save this picture. I don't need it. I just, I want to keep it. I just want kind of an idea of what kind of motif I might want to do. I'm not copying this motif exactly. I'm just kind of being inspired by it. Probably going to simplify it a little bit just so it doesn't look too, too much happening here. I did a double dose of hockey and I'm still assessing the aches and pains, says Dan. Oh my goodness, that's so much hockey. No wonder. My goodness. Okay, but did you have fun? I hope you had fun. I hope you had fun. I'm sure you have. I know that you've been doing the hockey thing for a while now. So clearly it's a good time for you, and that's awesome. I did going out to the shops and doing a bit of a pot around the grocery store on a really blustery day. That's what I did, which actually wasn't that bad. Because I had been quite concerned about it, but it ended up not being too terrible in the end. Okay. No, I'm trying not to be too ostentatious. I'm absolutely going to turn out to be too ostentatious. I'm going to kind of make this into a little sort of floral motif, if I can. And it is so very, 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 what's the word I'm looking for? Lopsided. It's very lopsided. It's asymmetrical. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh no. I had fun. I played for my normal team and we won 7-0. Then on Sunday I won for the team above and we won 5-4. Oh my goodness. Dare I say that Dan has the magic touch when it comes to hockey? Well done. Congratulations. Yay. Good job. You should be very proud. That's awesome. Okay. Am I going to try and place this at semi regular intervals? Yes. Will I succeed? Whomst knows. Maybe I'll get better at this as time goes by. I don't know. I feel like this looks weird, but I don't know how to fix it. Let me just add another extra no, that flourish makes it worse. Hold up. I don't like these at all. I'm gonna just go for something I think a little bit simpler for this whole thing. Because otherwise this is gonna drive me completely potty, I think. And we don't want that. We don't want that at all. So I think I'm just gonna do like one of these. And then try and figure out how to reverse it and maybe do like a little doodad in the middle here. Yeah, I think nice and simple. I think that's going to be the way to do it. I think will save me a lot of grief. Dan says, thank you, I am. People said nice things to me about how I played too. Hey! Oh, that's delightful. I love that for you. That's so nice. That's so nice. I nearly started pinning the second sleeve onto the shirt I'm sewing at the moment. That's exciting, right? No, it is the opposite of exciting, but it's exciting for me. It's a project I am enjoying a lot. It's also just a project that is taking like a stupidly long time to complete because I'm a silly sausage. And I don't know how to do these things quickly, apparently. Like, I just can't, so. Never mind. Okay. That'll do for that railing, and then we've got this neighboring space over here. And again. Doodly-doo. Are they symmetrical? No, but maybe the person who built them is either just really bad at this or extremely whimsical. Like, whichever floats your boat, I guess. I don't know. I always feel a little bit like doing the sketch part on stream feels very, vulnerable, I guess, because usually I've kind of worked out all of this complicated stuff by the time I come to, like, effectively just coloring it in on stream. I'm also not sure whether or not any of, like, the sketching process is particularly interesting compared to the paint, because, you know, there's no colors in it yet, but, like, we'll get to the colors, and that's exciting and fun, right? Please say yes. Please say yes. Anyways, it's fine, don't worry about it. Okay. I am going to get some very uneven frames in there, and then I think we have ourselves a door frame, which is like so. So there's a big old window in it, thus, and a little doof handle, and then I don't know what this is for, just a little architectural flourish, and then the little, like, the flap for post. Okay, we have an door. Great, wonderful. Now I just have to draw some little peoples, and that scares me. That scares me a lot. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm also gonna pop a little. Am I just deferring having to draw on the little people? Yes. But I put a little mat on the outside of this shop so you can, like, wipe your feet before you go in. Because, I don't know, that's polite. Especially when you live in London and the weather is inclement a lot of the time. You really shouldn't be dragging your muddy feet all over a nice bakery without giving them a little wipe on the way in. So there we are. Oh, jeez. Anyways, I hope no one's mad at me for actually commencing doing artwork before the, like, 1 hour mark of stream. But in my defense, I haven't started painting yet. I'm just doing sketchies. It doesn't count. Saxton wants to know if I'm in London. I am not in London, Sam. I am in Oxford, which is like an hour and something from London. So I like to visit, but I do not live there. I live in a smaller city kind of nearby, which is a pretty nice place, and I like it here. Weather is always inclement, says Smith. Is weather ever clement? Weather is occasionally clement, but I guess it depends on what your definition of clemency is when it comes to weather. I would say, based on just looking outside, I would have considered today to be fairly clement. There's no... I feel like inclement really is precipitous. Is it raining at all? It's inclement. Is there a lot of precipitation-related gubbins on the ground that may make it difficult to get from place to place, i.e. snow or flooding? It's inclement. If the streets are clear and easy to traverse and there's, you know, a mix of sun or clouds, it's probably pretty clement, unless it's very hot out, in which case, once again, I would consider it inclement. So, those are my arbitrary rules for weather clemency, I suppose. Sam says, I was in Oxford briefly in November. Sweet! Nice. I hope you had a lovely time. It is a fun city to doot around in. I'm very grateful to be, I mean, not in the thick of it, but in proximity. I live in an enchanted forest near the city. But I'll be in Woking in Surrey in July, and Cheltenham in late August. Oh, nice. I have not been to Woking, but I can tell you that Cheltenham's really cute. I'm sure you'll have a lovely time for both. I'm excited to get back to the UK, says Sam. I'm in Philadelphia now. I'll be in Boston for a couple months. Ooh, nice. Nice. Haven't ever been to Philadelphia, but I do like the cream cheese. And I have been to Boston, and I like the cream donut. Actually, I do. Boston's lovely. Boston's really fun. The brief visits that I've made to Boston, I did enjoy. I think I've been within the city limits of Boston for probably a cumulative 12 hours over several visits down the years, but yeah, it's a fun time. Aw, Sam, thank you very much for the follow. Cheese. Hell yeah. Oh man, I love cheese so much. I wish it loved me. But unfortunately, I'm lactose intolerant, and my doctor says I need to cut down on rich foods. Yay! I had takeaway for dinner last night. Anywho, Dan says I enjoyed Boston. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Though, well, not to be controversial or anything, but I think Tim Hortons does a better Boston cream donut than Dunkin' Donuts. Don't murder me, peoples of the Northeast. But also, I'm right. Anyways, doctor just prescribing you with poorness, says Samantha. Mm-hmm. More or less. It was a very annoying thing because I had a whole bunch of blood tests run. And they were like, okay, well, these blood tests brought up nothing of particular interest, except this thing that we weren't actually meant to be, like, testing for because it's not related to anything that you have had symptoms of. We also tested for that just for fun, and we diagnosed you with person over 40. Stop using butter. Okay, bye. And I was like, no. So now I'm, like, scared to eat food, which is stupid because I need I need it to live. And if you've ever seen, like, national health guidelines on, like, how to eat more healthy, they just make it, it's like they intend to make it depressing. Because in general, I do generally, not to get too into, like, food chat, but I do generally eat like a healthy selection of foods. I love vegetables. I eat a lot of vegetables. I cook with a lot of vegetables. Tofu, like fish. Good healthy foods. That's what I cook. Beans, legumes galore, I'm not out here eating, like, chips every night. Just maybe twice a month. Anyways, but, like, so my point being, that I know that it's very possible to eat things that are healthy and nutritious and also fun and enjoyable and taste good and hit right and make brain go vrr and give you all, like, the good dopamine and stuff, as well as nourishing your body. But my God, the, like, health advice on, like, how to eat more healthy, they're like, why not try swapping a packet of crisps in the afternoon for your snack with a small handful of unsalted almonds. And I just, notwithstanding my own, like, food texture issues as, like, a person who is unambiguously neurodiverse, also just, like, if you are used to and enjoy something that has the flavor and texture of a packet of crisps in the afternoon, and you're just swapping that out wholesale with unsalted almonds, you are going to be unsatisfied and feel bad about yourself having that snack because it feels like you're being punished because they're like, okay, that fun thing that's delicious that you enjoy, why not replace it with something that is abjectly miserable in comparison? Like, I very much enjoy many almond-based things, but my God, sitting down and just eating a handful of unsalted almonds as a snack feels like I'm punishing myself by eating food. I'd rather just have a whole nothing, I just think that to that end, a lot of this sort of advice is very tone deaf, because it's like, you have to suggest something that's at least of equal or greater deliciousness, but also, like, equally of equal or greater convenience. And also of equal or greater inexpensiveness, because, like, almonds are more expensive than crisps. This also factors into
Attention.
it. Anyway,
Twitch
I'll
user
step
Sammy
off my
Kelch.
soapbox now
Choppers.
because Jam is here with a raid. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I definitely wasn't going off on one of my rants again. It's lovely to see y'all. Welcome on in. Hello. Jam, how was the rest of your stream? How was your tree drawing and talking about stuff? I hope you had a lovely time. And hello, raiders. Welcome in. Hello. Kirsty. Hello, Kiona. Hello, Spudgers. It's lovely to see y'all. Welcome. Hello, Casa. Welcome in. Let me get a shout out for Jam in the chat. If I can type correctly, that would be great. James B. If you're not following Jam, you should go do that right there. Hopefully it worked. Yeah, it did. Happy HK anniversary, says Kirsty. Oh my god, is today the day? Today's the day. Happy HK anniversary, Kirsty. Also, hello. How are you doing? Jam, welcome in. How was your stream? I hope you had a lovely time. It is very wonderful to see you and welcome. Hello, hello. Liquid Lightning, hello, welcome in. How are you? Lovely to see you as well. Welcome on in. Hello, everybody. Today's the day. Oh man, I feel remiss that I'm not doing Hollow Knight art. I should be doing Hollow Knight art today. Aw, beans. I mean, I could conceivably just draw in, like, the little guy coming out of this bookshop for no apparent reason. Ah, pretzels. And I didn't. Shoot. Anyways. Happy Hollow Knight, everybody. For anyone who's new here, welcome in. Hello. My name's Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays and sometimes on a Thursday if I'm feeling spicy and I don't know what I want to paint. Today I had the notion of drawing a little rare and antiquarian bookshop, and so that's what I'm up to at the moment. I hope that's okay. And it's lovely to see y'all. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. If you're not familiar with the work of the lovely James B. Barrow, you should go give him a follow because he is delightful, super fun, and does lovely artworks as well. Anywho, how is everyone? Hope you had good weekends. Hope you're having good Mondays as well. I will eventually be painting this in using this, which is the 1940 set from Choosing Keeping of some nice Japanese Gansai paints. I just think it's such a lovely set of colors. And I think hopefully it will do justice to this sort of imagined scene somewhere in London. What fun. Antiquarian. Yup. Well, if it makes you feel any better, earlier on I misspelled antiquarian as antiquation. So, good job me. Oh no. Kirsty said all the better for hearing you, and Dan says you sound like the big bad wolf. Kirsty says, I don't know what you mean. I just huff and puff and blow houses down. That's completely normal behavior. What are you talking about? Anyways. In case anyone is wondering what my artwork looks like when it's done, I mean, I can show you, but I haven't been posting a lot to socials of new art lately because I'm bad at remembering to post some new art to my socials, really. And also to look at other people's artwork because I keep forgetting to look at Instagram, and I do apologize profusely for that to anyone who posts things on Instagram and is like, why hasn't Sammy looked at my art? It's because I'm silly and I haven't looked at Instagram enough lately. But here's one of my paintings that's done, in case you're curious. Says Jam. Yes, exactly, 100%. This is a painting I did a little while back in January of our little ghost barista who's kept the shop open even though the weather is abysmal out there, just in case any little friends might need to pop in and have a nice warm drink and a sit down. And I love that for them. As for Jam, in case you're curious, here's the Jam Orchids Rain World, which I still haven't played, but I enjoy seeing other people play it, and it looks very, very, very fun, and probably really hard, and Jam has done some amazing Rain World artwork, such as this beautiful piece. Oh my goodness, and apparently there's DLC! Hooray! Love to see it. If you're not familiar with the artworks of Jam, they're good. Get a load of this beautiful snack for the year of the snack. I love their little blep. This is magnificent. Anywho. But yes, let me get another shout out for Jam in the chat, who is an absolute lovely so-and-so and delightful human being. Good art doer and all-around excellent bee. So go give him a follow if you're not already. Cassis, it turns out the big bad wolf is Scottish. Apparently so. I would like to give the big bad wolf scritches and tell them that they're a very good doggy. Anywho. DLC, I'm well hyped for that next month. Going to be a good time, I hope. Says Jam. I'm sure it will be. I bet it's going to be amazing. But, yes, thanks for the scritches, says Kirsty, of course. Hope that was a good scritch. Anywho, oh god, it says it wants to run ads. No, I'm gonna snooze that, make that go away for a little bit so that I can chat and keep on working and not have to take a break. I'm gonna take a sip of both of my beverages. I have here a very cold mint tea, and I have here a rapidly emboldening chai. Hooray! Anyways, ow, my eyes, says Jam. No, not your eyes. Ah, beans. That was the wrong bit to scritch. Oh heck. Oh no, do I have any plasters in this desk? I don't think I do. Ah, shoot. I'm sorry about that, but listen, if you have to wear an eye patch now, that makes you cool because it makes you look like a pirate. And as you can see from my PNG here, pirates are cool. Anyways, I have been dithering and putting off drawing the two little guys in the doorway of this painting because I want them to look gosh diddly dang cute, and I'm really scared that I'm gonna do a horrible job of it. So maybe I should just get on with it and attempt to draw a couple of little guys. What do we think? Should I do that? I don't know. I'm scared. Heck. Okay, I'm just gonna, actually no, I'm gonna sharpen my pencil and then I'm gonna give it. I'm dithering again. I don't normally, for regulars, you will know that I don't normally do all of the sketch stage stuff on stream because I'm a shy plum, and it usually involves a lot of me kind of being indecisive and changing things and deleting my art over and over and over again until I feel relatively okay with it, and then painting it. So, you know. Anyways. Liquid Lightning says, oh, got a big step taken in getting bookshelves and books all organized so that the paper drake print has a good spot to go on the wall. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. That's very exciting. I hope you enjoy your paper drake print. Thank you. I loved doing that piece. That was a really fun piece to do. As soon as I learned that paper drakes were a thing that exists, I was like, oh, I need to draw one. And then I got to, and I was so much fun. Anyways, I should do more little creatures like that. I think I like a creature-y piece. This is a very non-creature-y piece. I really don't want to knock over my paint water when I'm trying to draw. Because I did an assemblage of birds all last week. I just painted like 6 plover birds because I think plovers are cool. And so I wanted to do something a little bit more people-y today. But people-y in the sense that there's some little tiny people, and a whole bunch of other stuff to look at rather than just like straight ahead portraiture. Because, I don't know, I like doing, I used to, for years, I just drew like character. No, I hated doing backgrounds. I didn't do backgrounds. I was terrified of backgrounds. And then when I started doing backgrounds, I just leaned entirely into backgrounds. And now I really like doing backgrounds with like incidental people in them, I guess. I don't know where that shift happened. I don't know how that shift happened. I just kind of did like a conceptual 180 and now I'm just doing something totally different. I'm really happy with it. Creatures are enjoyable, says Jam. They really are. I love a little creature situation. Oh. Oh, I wish I'd done something Hollow Knight-y today now. Well, maybe next time. Anyways, Jam is lurking. I gotta do a lurk. I hope your antiquarium bookshop goes amazing. Thank you so much, Jam, and thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate it. Have a lovely de-streamification session, and go self-care yourself. And I hope you have a lovely evening and stuff, and a wonderful lurk. Liquid Lightning says, the paper drake is one of my very favorite art pieces I have. Oh, jeez, you're gonna give me an emotion, my friend. My goodness, that's very kind. Thank you. Oh, antiquarium. Sounds like a home for old fishes. I want to visit the old fibshies. I want to say hi to the old fibs. I want to be their friend. I want to be their friend and bring them snacks and, you know, sing songs from the 40s and stuff. And all that jazz. I don't know. Is that what older fish like to do? Is to eat little fish snacks and sing songs from the good old days? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna attempt to draw some little guys. That's what I'm gonna do. An antiquarium. Antiquarium is where you go to browse old tomes while also looking at pretty fishies. That needs to be a place that exists. I want to go to there. I would live in that. I would live in an antiquarium. That would be so good. That would be so good. Fishies and bookies? My dream. Truly my dream. I want to go to there. Okay. I need to, see, now I need to decide, like, how much detail can I get into a little guy this size? I'm just gonna do a little conceptual. How big is this? And try and draw it into, it's roughly from about this line to about here is, like, the door frame. So how big does the person need to be in the door? Hold up. Is that the whole door, or is that just the... Or is that just the bit that's just the bit that the people walk through? Okay, fabulous. So how tall is person relative to door? Maybe something like that. So they're about that tall. If I can kind of squeeze in some little detail. Ah, here's a little guy. He's very happy. Look at this chipper little so-and-so with his ridiculously silly hair. Probably a little bit too messy, but you know, he's having a nice time. Necktie, blep, blep, blep. Happy little... He's too big now. Oh no. I made his head way too big because now his legs are tiny. Oh, flip. So he's gonna have to be smaller. Let's see if we can make a smaller little guy. Like... So, and, oh, look at his little hair. It's perfect. You can't see anything I'm doing because my hand's in the way. Do. Oh god, these details are going to be so tittle. Oh no. What have I done? He's got a big old bag of books on his arm. It's full of books. Look at all them books. Wonderful. You love to see it. Do. Hands. Oh no, he's too tall. Drawing... Why am I doing this to myself? Drawing people is hard. I'm gonna need to take a BRB to recalibrate, damn it. I can figure this out. I'm a professional artist. Anyways, two fish sitting in a tank. One says to the other, is this some kind of joke? Oh no. Thank you, Dan. Anyways, I have to BRB because the thing just timed out. So I will be back in just a moment. Have a drink, have a stretch, do all that jazz, and I will see you very, very shortly. And enjoy the BRB screen and the BRB song. In the meantime, I'm gonna BRB. I returneth, friends, with tea. Say goodbye to the BRB music. Hopefully the music was playing. That's the funny thing about these streams, actually, is that I can't hear the music you're hearing on the scenes where music is playing. So if the music's gone wrong and there isn't any, I can't tell. I honestly don't know. So that's a thing. Anyways. Okay, so neither of these little people shapes are quite the right size. Oh no. But I think it's of a size that I do need to get some little features in there, otherwise they're going to look awfully silly. Why do I do this to myself? For anyone who doesn't know, I have this tendency to... I like painting, like, landscapes with little guys in them. And when I say little guys, I mean, like, teensy. Let me see if I can find a representative example. Here's a recent example of some little guys I painted, like, and when I say little guys, bear in mind, every piece that is, that I paint is this size. So if the guys are, like, tiny in the grand scheme of the canvas, it's because they are the size of, like, a Rice Krispie in real life. So it is the gosh dang dashed adventure getting that level of, like, any level of detail into figures as teensy as these little buddies, for instance, which we painted last month. Let me see if they... Oh yeah, this one sparkles. So I tried to film the sparkle a bit, but here they are. them teeny tiny little dudes. This was another one that I did with some very, very little guys. They're so tittle. Hold on, they're so tittle. Like, you can see my struggle here with trying to get any manner of detail. So these ones aren't quite as small as that, which is good, so I might actually be able to give them, like, expressions and noses and stuff, which is fun, but yeah, anyway, Samantha says, what is music? A miserable pile of notes. Oh, goodness gracious, it's just noise, not like in our day, says Dan. God. I mean, what have I been on a kick of lately? These young streamers with their modern music. Oh, I know, me and my, like, Epidemic Sound subscription I'm trying to make the most of. I mean, in my everyday life, what have I been listening to lately? I've been on a real kick of listening to, like, a combination of I would say, largely kind of pensive classical pieces from many an era, from like a 16th century Pavan all the way through to, like, you know, I don't know, Eric Satie, I suppose, which is what, like 19th century, I guess, and also, like, post-punk. Like, I was listening to Pylon earlier, that was nice. Theoretical Girls, and I've just been on a real kick of listening to, like, one song in particular, which I think I spoke about this on stream a couple weeks ago, the way that I feel like a lot of my taste in music really doesn't match the aesthetic of the artwork that I make, because I've been listening to so much of Machine Dance by the Yelna Triangle, which is it's called Machine Dance, so you can kind of imagine what it sounds like, and it doesn't sound like this looks. But on the other hand, man, I love that song. It's great. Anyways, I hear the youngsters are listening to a Ms. Rowan. She seems like a nice young lady. She does indeed. She does indeed. I like her attitude. She's got, I don't know, I can't think of an appropriately old-timey term for the kind of just cool attitude that she has, I think. I don't think I've heard any of her songs all the way through because I am not a very good keeper-upper of popular music. Not through any sense of moxie, that's it. She's got moxie, that girl. We love to see it. Not because of any, like, prejudice towards, like, you know, modern music, but there's a lot of, like, new bands that I listen to, but more just, I don't seek out, like, popular music ever, so it kind of just, because of, you know, sort of our experiences are so siloed in many ways, that even when something is, like, popular and is beloved by millions, it can just completely sail past you, if you're in the wrong circles. Therefore, you know, if it doesn't show up as, like, recommendations into my, like, Spotify writing playlists, I'm probably not aware of it. You know, what's been recommended to me in my Spotify writing playlists lately? I don't know, like Sibelius? A lot of Sibelius for some reason? Oh, flip. Oh, no. Damn it. Oh, we were doing so well. I'm so sorry, everyone. Do permit me a wee moment to rectify this most unfortunate of situations, but we'll get there. Heck. Okay. Well, let me just restart the camera and the camera software. Apologies for Elgato Photobomb. It's one of those funky things because, like, I can see that it's about to happen. And I'm powerless to stop it. Please be connected by USB cable and not by Wi-Fi. Thank you. Good stuff. We should be back up and running. Oh no, did I just close back out of Elgato? Oh, what a ding dong. Why did I do that? I was just like, oh, that's working, and then I closed the window. I'm so stupid. Oh my gosh. No! And it broke it again. Oh, heck. Okay, maybe that was on me. Hold up, everybody. Bear with. One moment, please. It does this. I think it's because I didn't end task. I didn't, like, hard close out of it. I just closed the window. And it doesn't like when you do that. So, Anyways, Dan says, I've been listening to Norma Jean recently. Not new music, just an old favorite. Ooh. The name, the artist name is familiar, but I can't recall, so I'll need to go on a little investigative spree when we're done streaming. Because it sounds like a fun time. Okay. Yes? Yes! Hell yeah, we're back. Hello, everybody. We're back. I'm so happy. I was listening to a bit of Joni Mitchell as well earlier. Long time big fan of Joni Mitchell. Especially the Court and Spark album. My mummy owned the record, so I would listen to it on record when I lived at home in Canada. And it's just a very beautiful record, I think. It's got some poppier stuff. It's got some sort of quieter, more thoughtful stuff. It's just really good. It's just really good. Anyways, is Marilyn Monroe's name, which is from the band, are obscure though. I know, but I'm sure I've heard of the band as well. But I can't remember why. It probably won't come back to me because my memory's a sieve and I'm a goldfish. Thanks, ADHD. The useless things that I do remember and the very crucial things that I don't is, I think, the thing that impresses me most about the old brain. But anyways. Okay, this feels like a relatively good height. They come up to about here and finish about here. That feels pretty good to kind of be walking out of the shop. Okay, so I'm nervous. Okay, I'm sketching. I'm trying not to fully cover what I'm sketching with my hand, but it's hard. It's hard doing, I think, because the hand is always actually like visibly active when you're doing traditional art as opposed to digital. I think it's harder to kind of see all of the process because you end up not seeing parts of it because my hand is covering it because I'm doing things. So I'm trying to cheat outward slightly so you can actually see a bit of what I'm sketching. So I'm just gonna do happy little nose. Happy little, is that the right scale? Holding hands. Legs. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like this'll work. This'll work, which is fine. Okay. Cool. Just okay, this face though. Oh no, come on, focus. Come on, focus up. There we go. It's too derpy. It's too derpy, but I needed it to be recorded for posterity. I do save these VODs to YouTube, by the way. I had like 2 people ask if I recorded my VODs anywhere, and so I made a second YouTube channel where my VODs live, in case anyone's curious. Here's my regular YouTube channel, which is not where my VODs go. It's where my regular videos go. And I don't make them nearly often enough, but if you subscribe, I won't bother you with too many notifications. So that's a thing. But, you know, I'd love to monetize it. So if you want to see Numby go up, you can hit subscribe if you want to. No pressure, obviously, but if you did, I'd be happy. Not that YouTube monetization is much of anything, but I figure if Numby go up, then maybe more people will find video. And if people find video, maybe people will like video. And if people like video, I'll feel happy. So I do actually, I put a lot of work into my YouTube videos. I don't know if anyone can tell. But I really do. No, that's not quite the right smile. It needs to be, this smile needs to be bigger and stupider. This is gonna be a big, stupid smile. I reckon, for this little man. Nope, that's the wrong nose shape. Hold up. I've got very specific notions about how I want this face to look, and it's very hard to do. Of course, one of the benefits of subscribing to a channel on YouTube is that subscriptions on YouTube are free. Because just, you know, I mean, purely because their wording of things is different, but, Samantha says, you can subscribe if you want to, but you can leave your friends behind because your friends don't sub, and if they don't sub, then they're no friends of mine. No! Not the safety dance! Not the safety dance. Oh no. But thank you. But yes, you can sub if you want to, but you don't have to. There, I think there we go. That is just a nice, like, here we go. This is like no thoughts, head empty, little guy exiting the bookshop with a load of weighty tomes to attempt to read. I think that'll do quite nicely. Anyways, I'm not sure if we're gonna get to painting today because I'm feeling very dithery. I'm so sorry about that. I'm trying my best, but you know, 'tis what 'tis. Oh my god, no, it's worse. Okay, hold up. Pale Peach, thank you very much for the lurk. Thank you, thank you. I hope you have a lovely, lovely lurk. Thank you. Okay. There we go. I mean, I think this is just gonna be derpy no matter what I do, just because the scale of, like, the people I'm drawing here are just a little, it's slightly derpy of scale, I think. I wish I had a smaller eraser at this point, because I keep erasing bits that I don't want to erase. This is too tittle. Did you get a chance to read some Woodhouse this weekend? Asks Peach. Oh, I super did. I am in the process of acquiring for myself a paperback copy of Jeeves and the Tie That Binds, because this is my favorite. And if you don't know it, it's good. Anyways, then back to lurking. Have a lovely lurk! I did not, but I'm definitely due for reading. Oh, you should do it. You should do it. I recommend it. Reading is great. I've been reading so much at the moment. I've been reading too much at the moment. It keeps getting in the way of my doing other things. But never mind. Anyways, but reading is, as far as pastimes go, reading is a good and as long as it doesn't fully get in the way of my being able to get other things done, then it's probably great. I'm gonna take a sip of. I did make a tertiary cup of tea while I was on BRB. It is this. This is a decaf black tea with just a hint of nutmeg. And I find that to be absolutely the most comforting combination. It's so pleasant. As understood, says Pale Peach. So much to do, so little time to do it all. I know. Mesh, hello. Mesh wants to know if I'm painting bookshelves. Mesh, I'm being very good and very brave, and you'll probably only see like a faint suggestion of bookshelves in the background of this antiquarian bookshop window. But you will definitely see the suggestion of some bookshelves, yes. Because I can't not. Hydrate from Mesh. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a big swig of what's left of this mint tea, I think. It's almost all gone. Thank you for the hydrate, Mesh. I appreciate it. And to anyone else who hasn't had anything to drink lately, who is able to drink fluids, you should drink some fluids. Your cells need those, it turns out. I'm given to understand. Anyways. I barely see anything because of the exposure, says Mesh. Oh no. That's why I don't normally sketch on stream. Because I think it's a lot easier to see once I start adding, you know, like, colors into the mix. So, but it's so transpired today that I need to actually finish my sketches, which is proving to be, I'm spending way too much time sort of dithering onto them. But, oh, thank you for the hug as well, Mesh. Thank you. Here, have one. There you go. Hugs right back at you. Heck. Okay. Okay, gonna draw. Gonna draw in this little dude's silly little hair. which I just wanted to give it a little bit of life, a little bit of curd, you know. A speckle of whimsy. Oh my god, he looks so stupid. I love him. I love this little boy. He's so cute. Anyways, so let's give him a nice little outfit. I want this piece to have overall sort of a fairly vintage feel, because that's kind of the vibe I'm feeling at the moment, so I'm gonna pop him in a little jacket. And a little tie. Looking very smart, if I do say so myself. Doodly doo. Doo 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 doo. He's like, hey ho, let's go. Hey ho, let's go. Okay, very smart little jacket, hangs smartly off his smart little frame. And his legs go like, oh no. Oh no. Did I get these proportions a little bit far off? Perhaps. It's just so stupid. But you know, screw it. At some point, you've just got to lean into the stupidity and just fully give yourself over to it. And that's what I'm doing right now. Just fully. It's gonna be a little bit stupid. And that's okay. Doodly-doo. Maybe to about that. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable leg length. That's a reasonable leg length, I would think. There we go. Okay, perfect. So stupid. Anywho, what's everyone up to this week coming? Do you have anything exciting planned? Do you have anything fun lined up? Or are you just doing the normal stuff? Do you have anything interesting to report? I would love to hear all about it if you feel so inclined to share, but no pressure, obviously. What am I doing this week? I am making fish stew for dinner, so I'm very excited about that because I'm over 40 and that's what passes for exciting in my life these days. I have another painting that I need to work on this week off stream because it is not something I can display until a certain date. Assuming I get it done and I'm able to have it be the project it's meant to be. We'll see. Hopefully I'll get it done. I have a very solid idea of where it's going. I just need to actually sit down and commit to, you know, painting it and what have you. So yeah, there's that. And what else? I don't think I'm doing anything else super interesting this week. I mean, like, oh, I have to venture into the center of town on Friday and pick up a prescription. That's exciting. I do actually have a roll of film that I need developing. Do I remember what's on this roll of film? I do not. And therein, hopefully, is the fun of it. I don't know what's on this roll of film. I don't know where I was when I took photos on it. I have no idea what the photos might be. So that's quite exciting. I have like a half completed single use camera that's been hanging out in my purse for like months now. I really ought to get around to actually finishing it so I can go get it developed. It's got some photos from like my trip to Denmark last year on it. For anyone who missed it, when I went to Denmark last year, I wonderfully, very cleverly, lost my camera on the bus to the airport and did not realize until I was in the airport that it was no longer with me. So immediately I fired off an email to the bus company. It was like, I was on this bus at this time, arriving at this terminal. My camera's still on the bus. Could you please let me know if someone turns it in? And they were very, very good. They got back to me very quickly, and I got a message the next day to say that they had my camera in hand. So I was able to go to the depot as soon as I got back from Copenhagen to pick it up. But what it did mean was that I didn't have like a camera apart from like a phone camera while I was on holiday. So I bought two extremely overpriced single-use cameras from Boots in the airport and just used those. And I actually had a lot of fun using them, just being like, I don't know what this picture's going to turn out like because this camera might be a piece of crap. And it just really allowed me, I think, to be very sort of loose and free with what I decided to photograph and how. And that I think, hopefully, turned out pretty well for me. Not that I do anything with my film photos these days because it's a faff to scan them in, and I don't know. In terms of sort of my artistic output, I find myself wanting to kind of niche down, at least in as much as I'm mostly only posting like painted artworks and those kinds of media, because I think if I were to post like, you know, like art photography and art painting on the same social media account, people would just get annoyed with me because the people who are there for the paintings aren't going to want to see the photographs, and the people who are there for the photographs aren't going to want to see the paintings. And before you protest and say, no, we want to see all of your stuff because we like you, that's because you're the best. But the average viewer of things is like, oh, this isn't what I signed up to, isn't what I followed this account for, unfollow. So, you know, not that I care about follower count particularly, and definitely not that I care about follower count on Instagram, because I feel like Instagram is kind of dying for me anyways because of various reasons. I do have a Pixel Fed account, by the way. I've posted 2 things on it. I have like 4 followers, and I don't really know how to use it yet. But I think I'm just going to start posting art to there and see whether or not people like it. Question mark? I don't know. I feel like every time I join like a new sort of like art sharing social medium, I'll post like one piece and it seems to get a lot of traction, and I find new people and I, you know, make some acquaintance out of it, and then I post a second piece and it just tanks, and my enthusiasm dies along with it for that medium, because I'm like, oh, that was just the introductory like burst of engagement to get you hooked, and then there's actually no activity on here. And, you know, like my feed has like 2 posts a day, and, you know, no one's engaging with my posts, and I feel weird engaging with other people's posts just because it feels so quiet. I don't like the way that feels. I like a lively place where it feels like there's actually people. And I know that, you know, instrumental in making it feel like there's actually people there is, you know, participating, but I don't know. There's something that just feels bad about feeling like you're shouting into a void. To me anyways. And sometimes I think that, you know, people do see, wow, it looks like you're shouting into the void a lot, as sort of a marker of this probably isn't worth my engaging with, you know. And I don't think a lot of people do that consciously, but I think unconsciously you see, you know, just somebody just it's just nothing but like posts by this person, and like there's 0 engagement on any of them. You think to yourself, it's probably not worth engaging with then if nobody else is. And that sucks. Social media is a blur. It's a blessing and a curse. Is my point, I think. And if I do have one, I think that's probably it. Okay. We need a second dude. There go. Oh, I've got nose number 2. How about that? That's a start, right? Okay. Let me see what I can do with nose number 2. Make another person. Ugh. I'm so bad at this. That's why normally I do all of this sort of gubbins off stream, because I'm like, oh, those eyes look weirdly close together. Sammy Kelch, the occasional point haver. Occasionally I have a point. It's not constant, but, you know, once in a while I do kind of. I'm gonna take the like gnarly super taped up paper wrapper off of this eraser, because I really need this sharp corner, because I want to erase these eyes but not the nose, because I think the nose is really stinking cute. But I was gonna do the cute sort of little serene eyes closed situation, but I think it might be too small for me to do a good serene eyes closed situation, so I think this guy is just gonna also have to have his eyes be open. But maybe with just a little one of these. Just for a little twinge of fondness, I suppose. He's got a little... Oh, that mouth is far too lopsided. Hold up. I'm giving him a little ooh-woo. I'm giving him a little ooh-woo face, I think. I think that'll be cute. Okay. Just a couple of little dudes. Nope. Nope, that's not working. Hold up. The trouble is, I think this corner isn't erasing as well as the other end of the eraser, probably because the edge is too fresh. So it's leaving a little ghost. So he's gonna end up looking like he's wearing a lot of lipstick, which is not my intention. Oh, plaps. Okay. There we go. Just a pleasant little ooh-woo. We got there. I think that'll do quite nicely. Hooray. Anyways, what was I gonna say? It honestly fully escapes me. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a point in my entire life. But, never mind. There we go. Oh, he has a handsome jawline there. Or at least a jawline. Whichever you prefer. And now I have to decide what this one's hair looks like. Probably, we've got one whose hair is a little bit sort of silly. So maybe something a little bit more sensible, I guess. Or at least a little bit more tidy. There we go. Oh no, that's too silly. Hold on. Hold up. There we go. Okay. I can fix this. I can make it cute. Yeah, for anyone who came in semi-recently, the discussion about bookshelves is because I've been known to paint paintings that have far too many bookshelves in them. Case in point, this was actually a fairly light example, I think, but I will give you a fairly light semi-recent example, which is this piece. I say fairly light example because it's only got one bookshelf. And also some books stacked up next to the bookshelf. This is a fairly small number of books for me when I draw in bookshelves. So the fact that I'm doing the outside of a bookshop and not inside of the bookshop with all of the many stupid amount of books is me showing restraint. like a lot of restraint. And you listen, I'm trying. There we go. Just some guys being dudes. Anyways, I am also there are a couple of things that I'd quite like to work on for like an upcoming shop update, but I don't know what people are. Do people still like sticker sheets? Cuz I've got a couple of sticker sheets in the works. That I think would be quite fun if that's something that folks would be so inclined to be into. I mentioned this because my shop just auto-mentioned itself in the chat. I do have a shop where you can get like prints and stickies and some pins and what have you. It's a fun time. And I have fun doing it. Anyways. Little necktie. Doof. Doof. Oh, isn't that delightful? Doodly-doo. Surprise! They're holding hands! Listen, it me. Am I going to draw a couple little characters and not have them holding hands? Of course I'm going to have them drawing holding hands, because, I don't know, I think hand holding is cute. I think it's nice. I think it's a pleasant and fun thing to do. So why not? It's a good way to stay safe, especially on the dangerous and treacherous streets of London, where anything can happen. You never know. You never know when someone might go bicycling past and knock you over. This actually happened to someone I know. Not in London though. That was actually in Oxford. That I was there. Just duded out into the street and got knocked over by a cyclist who themselves went like tumbling quite a distance and was like and like my friend obviously was very, very rattled and I think did hurt herself quite a bit. But the cyclist was like, no, it's okay, I'm fine. Looked like they'd like knocked out a tooth, I swear. There was like, it was graphic. But they were like, nah, I'm fine, and just went on their way. And it's like, sir, please go get thee to a dentist. Like, what? Like, that's not a normal amount for you to be bleeding, sir. Oh my god. I swear to gosh, I am way too much of a baby to be a cyclist in this city. It is dangerous and scary. No. There are a few cities in the country and in the world that are, like, known for being, like, cyclist cities. And this is, like, the one that I feel like just, nope. Couldn't do it. Absolutely couldn't do it. God, these guys look so derpy. But you know what? I'll fix it in post. It'll be, by the time we've painted it, it'll be fine. But he's got a big old bag of books on his arm. So let me just... A bag of books. I think there's just gonna be like books sticking out the top of the bag. There's so many books in this bag. It is very overfilled with books. But you know, that's okay. That's because books are good. There we go. Full of books. Excellent. I guess you should also have legs if you have to, I guess. There we go. Little leggies, and they're off on their way on their little adventure with a big old bag of books. Maybe they'll go next door and get themselves a little pastry or something. Wouldn't that be nice? I don't know. This drawing is getting really stupid. And I'm just feeling very silly. Anywho. Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to do then is to, now that I've roughed in my little peeps here, I can also rough in the general state of the door frame, I suppose. So we've got like a windowy thing here, which you can kind of see comes down to about there-ish. There's a little door handle here, which is somewhat concealed. Is that a little bit tall for door handle? I don't know. Anyways, I think it's one of those Norman doors where there's a handle on the outside, but you actually push to go in, just because it was a couple of years ago that I learned that the name of that kind of door situation where it feels like a door that you should push, but it turns out that it's a door you should pull, or vice versa, is called a Norman door. It's named after, I think, somebody Norman, who's like the person who discovered this phenomenon of doors that are incorrect. And I quite love that. I do kind of love that a lot. Okay. So I would like to start putting some things in the window of this little shoppy, I think. Some little shelves of deliciousness, because it's going to be a little bakery. So there's like maybe a couple of like bread loaves to be had in the foreground here. And and maybe some kind of cake on display up here. Yeah, maybe they put one of their, like, super nice, like, cakes in the window. And it's got, like, several layers, and then it's got, like, a nice cloud of frosting on the top. And it looks delicious, and now I wish I had cake, so good job me. Congratulations. I played myself. And now I have to think about, what does a bookshop's display look like? They'll have, like, I feel like a number of sort of prominent books that they'd like you to consider getting on display. So I'm definitely not looking up antiquarian bookshop exterior and then getting some ideas from some bookshop window displays. They'll have bookshelves, says Dan. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's the idea. But sort of an, this is really cute. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting some ideas for, like, bookshop displays. There are a few bookshops that I go past oftentimes when I'm visiting, like, London and stuff, and I'm always like, I want to go in there and look at all of the things, but it's too dangerous. Can you believe to learn? Would you believe to learn to know? Thank you, Dan. Yes. Yes, I can believe to learn to know. Yes. That is, I don't know why that is just, like, my favorite. That's my favorite thing. That's why, for anyone who doesn't know, that is, like, a very, that is, like, a vintage Drawfee reference. And I love it so much. It's so silly. Can you believe to learn? Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm gonna take a sip of my beverage because I feel like I very desperately need one. Okay. So, I regret to inform you that looking at a lot of these bookshop exteriors, they do basically just have some shelves of books in the window. Uh-oh. Or just, like, a display of a bunch of... But the thing is, I think I can put the books... Instead of having the books on their spines like this, I can actually have the books facing outwards. Which makes for another different interesting challenge, because then I have to think of what the covers of the books might look like. Oh no. That's a whole other kettle of struggles. Well, let's see. I can do kind of like a combination of the two, I think. I can do a couple of different things. I've got a nice big amount of space in this window here. So, maybe we have a little set of kind of display in the window here. This, with a little shelfie doos. And then they'll have maybe, like, a combination of some books facing outwards to, like, really highlight, hey, we have this book. And then some books on there with sort of their spines out as well. Dan says, the kettle of struggles from whence is brewed the tea of frustration. Yes, exactly, yes. That's it precisely. I don't know, I feel like that is fully and completely 100% in my kitchen. The kettle of struggles and the tea of frustration. I'm going to take a sip of my delicious decaffeinated tea because I'm feeling very wired at the moment. So I think having a decaf situation is probably for the best. I'm probably going to fix this guy later because I think he looks derpy. But I don't want to linger on it for the moment, so I'm going to leave it for now. And come back to it. And wouldn't you know it? Oh no. Oh no, we've got some bookshelves! I've only gone and done it! We all knew this was coming. Because I can't resist the opportunity to draw a happy little bookshelf. It's like, I don't know, it's just the way I am. I can't help it. This, however, we've got a little book that's kind of on display facing outwards, so you can actually see what's on the book cover. Isn't that novel? Isn't that fun? I think that's fun. See you in 2026 when Sammy's finally moved on from this piece and onto their next. Hey! Hey! I mean, she's right, but hey! You may have heard my moderator / spouse off in the distance shout, she's not wrong! Thanks, honey. Oh, beans. Okay, well... I do want to do I think a number of books kind of facing lightly outwards, actually. Just to keep things, interesting. I think that why shouldn't they do that, Actually, you know what? Oh, next time I'm in the Greater London area, maybe I will pop into some used bookstores and see if I can find some vintage Woodhouse. There was one that I saw in the window of one of the old bookshops on, I think, Charing Cross Road. Though I feel like the last couple times I've been down there, it's been, because it's a street that I think of as being like old bookshops, but I swear the last time I was down there, it was like a Korean restaurant, a Korean grocery store, a donut shop, and like one bookstore. So I feel like they're being supplanted by other things. And don't get me wrong, I do also very much appreciate like Korean foodstuffs. Not so much the donuts, because sadly your girl can no longer have wheat safely. So less so the donuts, though I do hear there are a couple of places that do superlative gluten-free donuts in the big old metropolis. So I'm excited to check them out and hope that they are as edible as I hear. Because, I don't know, some of it's a little bit hit or miss. Some of it's definitely a little bit hit or miss. Most of it's been reasonably hit for me, but, like, you get a couple of misses. You do get a couple of misses. And that's okay. That just means there's less things that I can eat, which, when it comes to donuts, is possibly for the best. Because my doctor says I shouldn't be eating rich foods. Anyways. But yeah. Oh no. So, I'm putting bookshelves in the window. I must apologize. Oh no. What am I doing? Let's find out. Okay. Can I just get this to maybe line up a little bit better? Just a little book spine there. Okay, good. Good. I've kind of lost where the window frame goes there. There we go. Okay. I really hope someone comes in and liberates all of these books. Just stock up on unsalted almonds, says Dan. Never. I have unsalted almond butter that I sometimes like to have on toast with like jam or honey. But you know what I do? I add a pinch of salt. Because it makes it not, unpleasant. Stock up on salted almonds like a rebel. I have an even better proposition on the almond front. What about a handful of chocolate-covered almonds? See, then they're delicious. That's the difference. And I say this as someone who loves almonds. I love almonds too much to resign them to being just like their worst self. That's the thing. An almond can be so much more. Have you ever had a delicious French almond cake? It's glorious. That's what you should be doing with your almonds. Make them into marzipan. Delightful. Enrobe them in chocolate. Chocolate covered salted almonds, says Samantha. I love the way that you think. That is god tier snack. You've taken like the most punitive snack option and elevated it into god tier. This is exactly the kind of innovative thinking we need in the public health authorities that are advising people on how to make healthy food swaps. Chocolate covered salted caramel. I mean, we've now removed the almond from the equation, but hey, I would also like to have chocolate covered salted caramel. That sounds very good. Anyways. Okay, I'm gonna have a little sort of tickety sign thing hanging off of this that says, I don't know, it's just some squiggles. Just some squiggles to tell you something about the books that they've chosen to display in the window. Cassa says, all almonds should be Battenberg. Oh, Battenberg, my beloved. You know, I've never made a Battenberg cake. It's just faffy enough. If you're not familiar with what a Battenberg cake is, allow me to explain. You take sponge cake of 2 different colors, right? And then you arrange it such that it makes a little kind of like checkerboard pattern of squares when you slice into it. Sandwich a little bit of jam in between the sponge layers, and then you cover the whole thing in like a layer of marzipan, and then you cut it into these slices that have this nice little checker pattern on the inside that's covered in marzipan. It's great. It's a wonderful cake. It's very good. And now I'm sad because I have none. Chocolate covered salted caramel that was once placed next to some almonds, says Tals. That's, yeah, definitely. That elevates it back into healthy choice territory. I'm here for it. Brilliant thinking. Very good. We're doing amazing work here, team. I'm very proud of you all. Okay. I'm gonna have another... I like the idea that the displays in this window are like... None of them quite... They're not quite the same height as each other. Like, they don't quite match up. I think that's charming. Like, these bookshelves were built by different people at different times. And I honestly kind of love that. I think that's fun. Because I think this is I like these kinds of bookshops that feel like they've just been around for long enough that they've had to kind of replace things sort of higgledy-piggledy as time has gone by, and oh, you know, the makers of those shelves don't make that shelf anymore, so we need to use a somewhat alternate shelf, but the other shelves are still good, so we don't want to wholesale replace all of them, so some of the shelves are just going to be a slightly different size. It's all good. Cassa says, speaking of food, I'm hungry. BRB to make nudes. Ooh, noodles. Delightful. Love that for you. Yum, yum, yum. What am I having tonight? I think, I am cooking pasta. Actually, I'm having it with my stew. I'm making a fish stew with lots of nice veggies and tomato, and it's gonna be good. I hope it's gonna be good anyways. This is starting to sound like Stuart Lee's Rod Little bit. I honestly don't know what that is, so I will have to take your word for it, Dan. I definitely, I've only lived in the, as you can tell by my accent, I've only lived in the UK for like going on 12 years. So I definitely still have some gaps in my knowledge. Try as I might. I still have some gaps in my knowledge, okay? And I am trying my best. But sometimes I just don't know stuff. I know the first couple of notes of the theme tune to EastEnders because I've never seen an episode of EastEnders, but I have seen a TV show that either comes on just before EastEnders or just after EastEnders enough times to know that the theme tune goes doof 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 doo 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 doo, and that's it. That's all I know. But I love that theme tune. I think it's great. I like the doof doof doo 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 doo. It's fun. It's good. That's exactly what it sounds like, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm such a silly I'm such a silly creature tonight. I don't know why. I'm having some kind of mood. This book is tall and slender. A tall and slender volume, I think. Okay. Ads are gonna run shortly, so let me try and just ram some more books into here as quickly as I can. There's gonna be a little shelf. A little sort of sign on this shelf to say, hey, you should read these books. You should read these books. Exclamation point. Very good marketing. Very good. They should hire me to market the books for this shop. Like, they're not gonna, but, you know, they should. They should. I'm clearly a skilled marketer, as you can tell. Anyways. What's for dinner, everybody? What are you having for din-dins, if you feel like sharing? I'm quite excited for my din-dins. I think they're going to be pretty ding-dang good. Okay, we've got another shelf of books. Down. Good. Sorted. Love it. One more shelf of books here. Maybe we start with a couple of bookies. And then slimmer volume, something a little bit taller. And then I'm going to stick another book just kind of facing this way on display. There. Good. And next to that, I don't know yet because I haven't decided. Maybe a third shelf of books, maybe a third shelf of books, what the hey. But we can't see all of this one because the window kind of goes off down the distance here. That's okay. Doof. Doof. Shelfy shelf. Okay. I'm not feeling those shelf placements. So, hold up. I think they need to be taller, otherwise the bottom shelf is too far down. So, okay. That's fine. It's fixable. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. We got there. We did it. Fantastic. Ads are going to run in just a second. So I will hold off the doing of all of this until we come back. So I'm going to drop another little BRB. I hope you have a nice break. Get yourself a drink, have yourself a stretch, do all that jazz. And I will be back very shortly to probably go blow my nose. So, Tals is having stir fry. Oh, love that for you. Stir fry is so good. I'm adding stir fry to my list of things I want to cook soon again. But in the meantime, please enjoy the BRB music. I will be back very, very shortly. A BRB. Hello, I'm back. We're back. Say goodbye to the BRB song. Those are back in the studio. Hello, everybody. Nods sagely, says Samantha. Ah, yes, the fried stir. I think stir is honestly my favorite thing to fry. Like, of all the ingredients that can be fried, I think my favorite one is indeed stir. Tal says slaps fry. You can fit so many stirs in this baby. Love a good stir. Deliciousness. Okay, I'm gonna finish this stupid little display of books. And then see if there's anything else I need to think about or add in terms of, like, architectural details or what have you before we actually paint. I don't think we're going to be able to paint this stream! After all that, I don't think we're going to be able to paint this stream. I was really looking forward to busting out these bad boys. I haven't used these paints very much. But I really like the colors that come with this set. I think they're really fun. They're very pretty. They're very whimsical. I think if I had to pick a favorite, I think my favorite would be this color. I gravitate towards this kind of color a lot. But I mean, they're all very pretty. They're all very pretty. This is such a good orange. This is such a lovely sort of blushing, warm purple. This is just like the loveliest sort of gray blue, vicinity. We've got this incredibly, but like I should have done a gardeny landscape with this stuff. I know this. Could have made some very good use of this of that green, but sometimes it just want to be a little doot around London, I guess. We'll have to take your word for it since we're not seeing any painting, says Dan. Hey, at least I worked on art today. At least I worked on art even if I didn't actually paint anything. Listen. At least I got some stuff done. So there's that. I don't know. I'm trying my best. I'm very much trying my best. Which may not be very good. I don't know. I had someone... I know I mentioned this, I think, in my last stream, but I had someone reply to a YouTube short that I'd posted of just doing a little bit of work in my sketchbook, and they just replied with, "Sorry, I'm not impressed." And I'm like, okay, that's not a very nice thing to say, but also I wasn't looking to impress you, random internet user. This was just some things I did in my sketchbook. So you can go away. I didn't say any of that. I just deleted it. I don't know. The nice thing about YouTube is that if someone says something mean to you on your own content, you can just nuke that comment into the sun. You can just delete it. You don't have to engage. And in fact, my choice is very much not to engage. I did see, there was someone who I had previously watched videos of who made a video in which one of the things that they I didn't end up watching the video because one of the they had like bought like an item or something that was like some sort of knockoff Harry Potter item, and I'm like, are we still doing that? Are we still doing that in like this year? Are we still, even if it's not giving money to like the Wizard franchise and the horrible person who made it, are we still like engaging with that as a fictional property? Because I feel like we can just leave it behind. I feel like there are other things for people to enjoy, even if it's like obvious counterfeit knockoff content that, you know, no one is officially making money of. You're still giving airtime to it. But someone in that person's comments was like, hey, it's a little disappointing seeing you, like, you know, celebrating that franchise. And they just got so defensive about it in the comments, like, really upsetty spaghetti defensive about it in the comments, instead of at least being, like, either, you know, sort of ignoring it, or, you know, being like, actually, you know, that's a good point, and I'm gonna take that on board, or something like that. They were just like, well, it's not like I'm giving any money to them, and it's like, okay, you know what? Chill out. Because this person maybe has a point, and you getting really defensive about it kind of doesn't look good. Anyways. Entirely too many people either do not know or do not care, says Samantha. It all, like, every time it comes up as a thing that people still enjoy, I'm kind of shocked. Like, I'm kind of shocked. Like, I understand that, like, a lot of people have fondness for it as, you know, something that they have enjoyed. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like, at least for me anyways, like, there have been pieces of media that, you know, were very instrumental to me in sort of my creative youth that, you know, were celebrated works, things that were really influential to me as like an early creator, things that really inspired me, that kind of thing. And you know what? When I found out that the creator of those things was like unmitigated piece of crap, you know what I did? I said to myself, okay, I can thank those pieces of media for their service in helping me grow as a creative person, and just fully set them aside and find other things to enjoy. And I'm not saying that people have to do this, you know, if you still enjoy like whatever media it is that was made by someone who it turns out is like responsible for mobilizing, you know, like, a community of TERFs. Like, I don't know, you don't have to hate it, but maybe, you know, if I see someone out and about wearing a piece of merch from that, I don't know the difference between you're someone who understands why the author is a bad person and someone who doesn't care. And so I don't know whether you're a safe person for me to, like, befriend. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to err on the side of not befriending. Because I don't want to invite, you know, like, shitty people into my circle. And I don't want to support people like shitty people. I heavily side at anybody who still engages in that franchise, says Samantha. Yeah, like, agree. As I think especially like in a conspicuous consumption sort of way. Like, if you just really love book, you can't necessarily force yourself to not still have a fondness for book. But, like, wearing merch and, like, continuing to buy stuff and that kind of thing, heavy side eye. Dan says it stays popular because the generation who loved it now have children of an age suitable to enjoy it, so it gets a second lease of life. Oh my god, I'm sorry I'm back on a soapbox, but there are other books. You know, read Frog and Toad. They're good. just read Frog and Toad. Not quite the same, like, you know, sort of epic series of novels, maybe, but I wholeheartedly recommend Frog and Toad. But also just there are other books by other authors who are better people, who you could give your money and attention to. You know? Like, so I understand the impetus maybe for some parents to be like, I grew up with this, now you enjoy it. But, like, oh my god, there are other books. Ugh. Samantha says, read your existing books shamefully in the privacy of your own home, sure, but being public about it, having that you are a Huffle snort in your social media bios, move on, people. Oh god, yeah, like, I don't like to oh, please. And I say this in terms of, like, like, shamelessly being a fan of stuff as, like, a 40-year-old, that I'm not shaming you for being a fan of stuff as a 40-year-old. Or however old you may be. Like, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know. Just give it a little bit of critical thought. And if you genuinely decide that, like, you enjoying the thing matters more than, like, people you might know whose lives are actively being potentially harmed by this person's, you know, like, really harmful worldviews. I don't know. Maybe it's time to self-reflect on, like, your priorities and why you're personally enjoying a thing is more important to you. Just a thought. Anyway, Samantha says, if you're going to make a book series your entire personality, have you heard there are actually good book franchises out there? I mean, I am way back into my Woodhouse hyperfixation, so, like, you know. I am hard into my Woodhouse hyperfixation again. It just comes back. Just keeps coming back. Some book franchises don't even have casual racism or homophobia in them. Heck, some people have actually managed to write entire book series even longer than those. Not once ever touch on slavery apologia. And you love to see it, you know? Hey, maybe give those ones a try. That's not to say that you can't ever read things that have problems in them, but just, I don't know, maybe reflect on those. Maybe think about that, you know, a little bit as you're reading them. But also consider the author, and do you really want to give money to that person? You know what I mean? Where is your money's going? Anyways, this has been a rant, and I'm sorry for that. But it's just, I don't know, it seems to be something that comes up quite a bit. Tal says, it is possible to separate art from artist. Oh yeah, but in this case the artist is using support for the art as support for their terribleness. Exactly. I mean, I think we can all agree there are a lot of works from, say, centuries past where maybe the authors held views that we would not consider to be fully acceptable now, but we recognize that, like, the general zeitgeist has moved forward since then. We acknowledge that these things are problems that we're not okay with now, and the author has been dead for like 300 years. So it's not like we're lining their pockets. There's a difference between that and a living author who is using their platform in a way that is openly hateful. You know? Just a thought. Also, there are other contemporary authors making stuff now that is really good. That don't have a massive platform. That maybe you should consider checking out and giving some money to. I don't know. That would be neat. I don't have any books of myself to recommend in that way, really. I wrote 2 cookbooks a couple years ago. But I don't really publicize them because the art is like 5 to 7 years old, and therefore I look at it and cringe because I think it looks bad now. But, also they're not, you know, like an entire series of novels. They're 2 cookbooks. Anyways, Samantha says, some series even manage to have satisfying endings where the actual problems outlined in the society established are actually reckoned with instead of it just ending with a defeat of one dude and nothing but the systemic issues are even changed. You know, I think that sounds good. I'd like to read those books, please. Anywho. Scrappy.
Attention,
Twitch user Sammy Kelsch.
shoppers.
Scrappy, hello. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. Welcome. It's lovely to see y'all. Thank you so much for the raid. It's lovely to see you. What were you up to today, Scrappy? How was your stream? Let me get a shout out for Scrappy. If you're not familiar with Scrappy Jane, you should correct this. Because Scrappy is great. My raid call in OBS broke. Oh no! Oh, Scrappy, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you had a nice time anyways. It's very good to see you. Welcome on in. Hello, everyone. Hello, raiders. I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Twitch user Sammy Kelsch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy games streams on Fridays, but on Mondays and Thursdays, most Thursdays, I do cozy art streams like we're doing today. I'm drawing an antiquarian bookshop because I just can't help myself. I have to draw bookshelves. Here are some shelves of books, and here are a couple of little lads who bought a big bag of books, because why not? They look super derpy, and I'm going to have to fix them in post. But, OG Roller Coaster Tycoon! Ooh, that looks so much fun! That is, like, I'm so bad at those kinds of things, but that sounds like so much fun. Rex says my raid call in OBS broke. I'm guessing this is the raid call today. It's a beautiful raid call. Anyways, love that for you. Thank you again so much for the raid, Scrappy. Allow me, if I may, to introduce my artworks, what they look like when them's done, to anyone who's just coming on the raid. I'm a traditional artist working primarily in like watercolor and related. I hate to say wet media, but I also feel like wet media is the best descriptor for it. I'm going to show you this piece because I love this piece. I love this piece so much that I had to get a new case for this phone, because this one is like, it's falling apart, this case. So I have had to get a new case for the phone, and I have put onto the phone a case with this art on it of the little bone mage, because I love my bone mage so much. I think that just it's doing some bone wizardry. Why not? I like them. Anyways, teriyaki noodles, Casa. That sounds really good. Wet drawing. Yes, exactly. Well, listen, eventually there's going to be watercolor on this, okay? I promise there's eventually going to be watercolor on it. Anyways, as for Scrappy, also does some very, very cool stuff, including a lot of crochet lately, which I am loving. I'm absolutely loving. I have not been on Instagram in over a week, so I have not seen this, but oh my gosh, you made a blanket! And the colors, and like, it's so pretty. That is gorgeous. That like pattern requires a level of mental mathematics that I could not fathom, and it's so beautiful. I love what you've done with like the gradient and stuff. That's really gorgeous. That's really gorgeous. Scrappy says here, it reminds me so much of Luna Moths, in particular my Luna Jane. If you're not familiar with Scrappy's stream, there is a lovely, lovely stream mascot named Luna who is a Luna Moth and is absolutely adorable. We love to see it. I really haven't been on Instagram in over a week. Oh my god. Also these little heart key rings. That is so stinking cute. I love, love, love the crochet that you've been doing, my friend. It is really, really cool to see. Crochet is so cool. Thank you again so much for the raid. And here's Luna, the Luna Moth. Oh, I love her so much. I just wanna give her a little pats, if that's not too weird. She's just having a time in bed, and you know what? That is such a mood. That is honestly such a mood. I love it. Wait, did I not? There we go. Okay. Anyways, if you're not following Scrappy, go give Scrappy go do the follow. Go do the. I made 2, says Scrappy. I'm making a 3rd. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. That's amazing. Crochet is so therapeutic. I love it. Luna likes pats. You good? Yay! In that case, pat 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 pat. Good gromp moth face, says Samantha. I wholeheartedly agree. Wholeheartedly agree. Okay, let me get another shout out for Scrappy in the chat. Again, if you're not following Scrappy is a wonderful person. You should go give her a follow. Go do it. You can do that right there. Anyways. But thank you again for the raid, Scrappy. I really appreciate it. We are working on a little sketchy do. I don't think I'm going to get any painting done today, but you know what? That's okay. Sometimes it'd be like that. It turns out I had to draw a whole bunch of bookshelves. But this is feeling a lot more filled in of a piece than it was when I started, and I feel pretty good about that. We've got this imagined little scene somewhere in a sort of quiet neighborhoody bit of London, where some fellows have been shopping in this little purveyor of as you can see, hopefully, rare and antiquarian books on offer. And all of the many shelves of books on display in the window because I can't help myself. I like drawing bookshelves, okay? And here's the little dudes. They bought a ton of books. They're very happy with their books. They're holding hands for safety, and because they're in love. And then next door is a little bakery. I should probably actually write in what would this I need to name the bakery, but I don't know what to call it. I don't know. My moderator / spouse has shouted something to me. I can't hear you, my love. What did you say? Collins. Hold on a sec. I still can't. What did you say, my dove? I said Collins. Collins? Any particular reason? Oh my god. Okay, I get it. Collins Bakery. Like Doctor Who number 6. Har 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 har. I've met that guy. He was friendly. Anyways, I can't. Oh, he did tell me quite an amusing anecdote about one of his co-stars. I think the guy that says no, not the mind probe in that one episode of Doctor Who. But I can't. I would relay the anecdote to you, but I genuinely can't remember it. But I'm sure it was great. If you've never seen the episode of Doctor Who where a man says no, not the mind probe, I wholeheartedly recommend the episode of Doctor Who where a man says no, not the mind probe, because the delivery of that line is so freaking weird that it's just funny. Anyways, Oh, I am experiencing like a rampant case of the giggles, and I don't know why. I'm so sorry. It's just hit me, and it won't stop. I'm gonna try and just rough in like a vague idea of like a little bakery counter, the back here, kind of just stretching back. And then maybe some shelves kind of at the back that you can just about but can't quite see with some bits on them. Just so I know what I'm drawing in here. Okay, like that kind of thing. And then this countertop's gonna have to have some bits and bobs on it as well. Some little piles things. At that point, it's really just vague shapes because we don't want to get too heavily into detail with what's happening back there. Otherwise, the whole thing is just gonna be too much. Anyways, are we gonna be able to see anything in the back of the this? I mean, I could rough in the vague idea that there's more bookshelves back there, but I feel like that's just gonna get a little bit jumbled and messy if I try and pencil it in. So I think, to be honest, I might actually call it there because I've just seen the time and I need to go cook a stew. So, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. I'm sorry we didn't end up actually doing any, painting, but hey. At least the sketch is just about done, and then we can paint this whole thing. The whole thing. Finish it in one stream. Start to finish. Paint. That's not going to happen, but we can paint some of it next stream. And that'll be a nice time. I'll finally get to show you all of these beautiful colors, and you'll be able to see what the heck is going on. Poor Stu. What did he ever do to deserve it? It's okay. Stu doesn't mind. Stu's a good egg. We love Stu. We love Stu very much. Anyway, thank you for stream. So Styles, thank you for hanging out. Thank you everyone for hanging out. And thanks indeed to Scrappy and to Jam for the raids. I appreciate that as well. I'm going to see if there's someone online that we could do a little raidy raid on. I'm sure I'm sure there must be someone that we have not raided in a wee while. It'll be nice to do. But who have I not raided in a wee bit? I not know. Tell you what I'm going to do. Now, Twitch tells me I'm offline, but I think that's a lie. I think that is a dirty, silly little lie, and I am not an appreciator of it. But, let's see. I think somebody may have just started, which is a good place to go. So I'm gonna send you over to Adam, who I don't think I've ever raided before, but is doing some doodles today, which will be a nice time. A very chill space for you to pop into, I think, which will be good. If you would like to join in on the raid. If you are joining in on the raid and you'd like to grab the raid call, it's generic raid message. If you have the emotes, if you're sub, feel free to grab the emotes. If you don't have the emotes, you can just say generic raid message or append any cool emotes that you do have. It's all good. I will be back on Thursday, actually putting color into this piece. But in the meantime, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I've had a lovely time. It's always nice to hang out with y'all. I look forward to doing it again. And I hope you have a good rest of your week in the meantime. And thank you very much. Good night and good luck.